Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some easy ways to make functional kitchen decor using dollar store items, dollar items, and your Cricut machine. So let's jump into the video. For this first functional kitchen piece, I will be making a menu board. I'll just be using this piece. This was from a dresser or some sort of cabinet we never used. Some chalkboard, sticky chalkboard sticker, there we go, by Arteza. And then I'll be using these wooden stakes. These are from Dollar General and they were $1 a piece and they are 3 foot long. So the first thing I did was just measure everything out to see, because I did want these wooden stakes to be a nice like border for this. And I just thought this would be a great piece. I always save everything if I possibly can. It saves so much time. So this piece ended up being 15 by 30.5. So I'm just measuring everything out to cut everything down so I can make, like I said, a really cute like wooden frame. And I am not a professional by all means. I kind of just do things my way and the way I think that works the easiest. So I did the 2 top pieces for the frame, and then I just grabbed another wooden stake, and then I just kind of went on the sides and measured to see exactly where the wood pieces should be. So I just put the 2 wood stakes next to each other, put a pencil line, and then cut. So measure twice, cut once, it will be just fine. These wood stakes from Dollar General they will give you all the slivers in all the places. So I just took my sander and sanded these down to make them nice. So once I was going to stain them, I didn't get any slivers, which I just, you want to do it. Sand, sand, sand. It only takes a minute. And then I'm just using this Espresso Brown by Rust-Oleum in the stain, and I just stained the wooden stakes, and I just love the way this color is. I am using this for absolutely everything. I have a ton of different DIYs coming with this stain, so stay tuned. You don't see me use stain a lot, so enjoy this one. Just added the chalkboard sticker right to the top of my wood piece, my extra spare cabinet piece I didn't use. We actually tore this apart because it just wasn't going to work out for us and it wasn't worth selling, but I save absolutely everything. This chalkboard sticker was rough, and I say that because I'm not good with like wallpaper, peel and stick anything. So luckily I was able to kind of smooth this out, make it all nice, and then once that was done, I had to end up using my rotary blade and my self-healing mat from Cricut, and I just used that to cut around the edges. That worked out great. To put the frame on here, you could definitely use a nail gun if you chose to. I just use hot glue. I love the Gorilla Glue sticks. I feel like every time I use the Gorilla Glue sticks on wood, nothing ever comes off, ever. Even if I want it to, it's not going to come off. So that's what I used here, and I just love the wood against the chalkboard. I think it is super pretty. So I definitely was really happy that I chose stain instead of to paint these wood stakes white. Picked up this black eat sign. This was from Dollar General. It was $4, and I thought it would look really great on the top of my menu board. So instead of putting menu, I thought this was super cute. Next, I went into my Cricut design space, and on the left-hand side, I just clicked images, and then I went to the search bar and typed Monday, and then I just scrolled through until I saw what I wanted to use for my menu board. So I was really excited to do a menu board because I have 2 little girls, and every time I ask what they want for dinner, nobody knows what they want for dinner. So I thought this would be super perfect. So I did have to ungroup these because they were all in a group together. So I did end up highlighting them, and then at the top right hand corner it says ungroup, so then I could move them around separately, so then I could size them to the size that I needed for my board. I always measure everything out, kind of eyeball, kind of guess what size I need, and then so I pretty much just took the board, divided it by however much it was, and then I think 30 or 28 divided by 7, and I'm just going to be using the premium vinyl and the standard grip matte, and I use this for all of the projects. I'm using the Cricut Explorer Air 2. I absolutely love it. It is super easy to use, and I am not very good at learning new things, but if I can learn how to use this, anybody can use it. I know so many people say that I really need to get this out. You really do need to get your Cricut out of the box and try it. I promise you, it is a lot easier than what you think, especially for just making a super easy vinyl cut. I think that is the easiest and the simplest thing to start with. And I have a couple beginner tutorials I will link in the description box below in a Cricut playlist for you guys, so you guys can check that out. And it gives kind of a more in-depth tutorial on the design space, along with other fun DIYs you can make with your Cricut machine. So I'm just going to be cutting this, and then once that is done, I just used my Cricut transfer tape and just started to put all of my decals on here. I start with Sunday because I feel like Sunday is the first day of the week. I know people sometimes think it's the end of the week, but I don't know. Let me know. Do you guys think Monday's the first day of the week or Sunday? I kind of do it because it's calendar wise, and then when you work, like that's like kind of the first day of the week that you get paid. I mean, let me know in the comments below. Is Sunday the first day of the week or Monday the first day of the week? I've got to know. This is what it looks like when it is all done, and I was able to just use a chalk marker from Arteza and just kind of put our menu down here. It could definitely change for sure. We could switch days just depending on what the kids wanted to eat, but this actually worked out so well the first few weeks. I absolutely love this menu board. A next really easy DIY to do is this really cute tray. It says Farmhouse Kitchen, and I love it. I'm using 4 of these wood pieces from Dollar Tree in Waverly Chalk Paint and Ink to paint all 4 of them. Once they were all dry, I did not actually paint the sides. You could definitely do that, but I figured since I was gluing them together anyways, I didn't need to do that. You can see that there was cracks. I did end up going back and just spray painting this black because I did not want the green and the blues to seep through. And I'm just using the Gorilla Glue sticks once again. And like I said, this wood is never going to come apart, and even if I tried. So I picked up these little handles from Amazon. I love the vintage look. I think they are so pretty, and I just put them on each side to give this tray some handles, and they came with screws, so I just screwed them right into these wood pieces, and it worked out perfect. And these handles were definitely not coming off. And I went into Cricut Design Space once again, pushed images on the left hand side, typed in Farmhouse Kitchen since I love the farmhouse style, and I kind of went through it and just went right back up to the top where it says Farmhouse Kitchen, and I did size it just using the little arrow, and my tray was like 15 inches long, but I did just end up going with like an 11 by 4-ish, And then I just cut that out same way as everything else. Use my Cricut transfer tape, and then I just peeled off my decal and then put it right in the center of the tray. This is such an easy DIY, but it is so nice. I think using decals and using a Cricut machine just make everything look so much prettier and nicer and more clean. And I just love the way this looks. I love the black with the handles, and I just used the white transfer tape, and obviously this took me a second to get the decal onto the transfer tape. Some people say that they always have issues with it, and once in a while I do for sure. I think anybody does, but just be patient. It will eventually come off. Just keep scraping it down and it'll eventually come off. And then I absolutely love when you take the transfer tape off and everything looks perfect. So once this was done, I did think that it was just a little plain. I found these little corner pieces off of Amazon as well, and I'll link these too. And I just put them right on the corners. They did come with screws. You could screw these in, but I just ended up taking some hot glue and gluing the 4 corners down. This was such an easy DIY to put together. This only took me 1 day, which makes me so happy. I love quick and easy crafts, easy DIYs, easy decor to make. I love it all. This DIY, I thought this would be a super cute piece to put on your kitchen counter for tea. You could actually also put coffee pods in here if you drink coffee. I don't, but it would definitely be another option if you don't drink tea. So this was only $1 from a yard sale, and I thought this was just a really nice piece. It is all wood, which I absolutely love. And the first thing I did with it was just take it outside and sand it down. And then I decided that I wanted the top piece stained. So like I said, normally I don't use stain, but this video I was like all about stain, using stain constantly. Like it was just a whole thing. But since I was outside doing all these DIYs, I thought might as well, if I got the stain out, you see these wood stakes? Yeah, those are from the Eat menu. And this is the same stain. It's the espresso, I want to say it's espresso brown by Rust-Oleum, but it is a really, really pretty color. Next, I just sanded down the base or the bottom part of this little piece, and I just painted it with the Waverly chalk paint in white. And then back into the Cricut design space, I pushed images and typed T. And then, like I said, you just kind of scroll through, see what you get the feel of, which one you like. I always have issues like scrolling, so that's why you see like everything highlighted, because I always have issues like with every website, everything I am ever on. It always looks like that for some reason, because I don't know how to scroll on a MacBook, I guess. So yeah, so there's so many fun things that you can click on, so many things you can choose. I love the Cricut design space, and if you have their membership, it is like, I want to say under $10 a month or $10 a month, and you can have all kinds of these images. That's why it says subscribed here, and I definitely recommend that. Or I think it's like $100 a year, which I think is definitely worth it if you use your Cricut all the time. So this is the decal that I chose, and you're going to see that there is going to be 2 cuts, 1 and 2 on the left hand side. That is because I'm going to be doing 2 different colors of vinyl. So once you do make it and start doing your cut, you will be doing 1 cut, taking off that vinyl on that piece, putting back in a second color, doing the same thing for the second cut. I don't know if that makes any type of sense at all, but this is just how you kind of use 2 different vinyls at once. This is what it looks like. And your Cricut design space will not like prompt you out until you are completely finished with your cuts. So I always just click it. This is what it looks like. And then I just do make it once again. So it's kind of like cutting out 2 decals in one screen. Super easy. So here you go. Base material is set to vinyl, and then it is cutting. I don't really know how to explain it any other way, I guess. Check out my beginner video if you want a full tutorial, because this was just kind of like a really quick thing with a screenshot and probably screenshots you didn't even need to see. Once the decals are weeded out, I didn't really show a lot of weeding in this video just because I used a lot of white vinyl and you weren't really even going to be able to see very well. I just kind of put both of the decals together. So you're going to see I have a white decal and then this like light blue. This was also part of that premium vinyl bundle sheets from Cricut. And I will link all that stuff in the description box below. So this is what it's going to look like. And this is kind of how you layer your colors, layer your vinyl. Super easy. Use the same piece of transfer tape if you can. I just think this is the easiest ways when you put it all together, then you can actually see what it looks like than doing everything separate. So, but first tea and the cute little leaves, and I just put this on the top, and then you see that the leaf comes off. Like I said, be super patient when it comes to decals. It will eventually come off. See, there you go. Second time's the charm right there. And that is all I did for this one. I think this is just a really cute piece. It's super pretty. This could also be like a great gift idea if you wanted to fill it up with tea and give to somebody for Christmas or a gift. I think that'd be super cool. But I just throw some green tea in there because that's kind of the only tea I drink actually is green tea. Throw some honey in there and it tastes amazing. This one is super easy, just this utensil holder, and like I said, I'm using the same Cricut standard mat along with this premium removable vinyl. This little utensil holder came from Dollar General. I think it was $4 or $5, and then I'm just going to go into my Cricut design space, type in utensils. Obviously, I did not know how to spell utensils, and I just want to show you this because we all make mistakes, everybody, and I don't show them as often as I used to, but it still happens around here constantly. So I typed in utensils. I don't know how to scroll down, so I like to highlight everything and scroll. Here we go. And I just kind of chose what I liked. I knew I wanted to say utensils on it, but I also kind of like the fork, knife, spoon type thing. So I ended up finding two decals that I really liked. So if you find two that you like, you can click on both of them and then make them into one decal, which I will show you in a second when I can figure out what I wanted to choose for this. When you are in your Cricut design space, you are able to click more than one decal at once. You just click them. So you just press them, and then at the bottom you can see I chose two decals, and then here we go. So I have two of them. I have the fork and the knife and the spoon along with the utensils. So obviously I sat on this for a minute because I'm like, I don't know what to do, obviously, but some people like real time with Cricut design space. So I thought that, I'd let you have it. So I did ungroup them so I can move them both around separately. So the utensils I kind of centered in the little, what does it look like, little label. And then I did attach them together because I wanted them to be together. I didn't want them to be separate. I didn't want to cut them separately. I also wanted the fork and the knife and the spoon along with the utensil to be attached. So I just highlight those, click attach at the bottom, and then cut them out together. Makes it super easy in the long run. You could definitely cut them out separate, but I don't know why you'd want to. And then you just kind of, this is me weeding. I thought I'd show you guys weeding something for a change because I just want to show you guys how easy it is to make things. I didn't want to go into like an in-depth tutorial. I just want to show you guys what you can make with really simple, easy stuff you pick up at dollar stores or at a yard sale for $1. Either way, I thought that this decal just made this utensil holder look so much better, but it still also shows the wood. I didn't want to paint that. I still wanted it to show through because I think it is such a pretty, I like the black, I like the wood together. I think it just looks so, so pretty. And then I just scraped it down, pulled the transfer tape back, and there you have it, a utensil holder. But you guys, that's it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you do want to check out Cricut, I will link in the description box below. And also, thank you, Cricut, for sponsoring today's video. That is it, you guys. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!